NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
We know how.
Another violent attack caught on video over the issue of face masks. It is startling video, and we're hearing from the victim. Thanks so much for joining us for the Nightly Check-In. I'm Mark Mullen. So a man in a white T-shirt and shorts, are looking for him now, runs up to a group scuffling outside 710 Beach Club on Garnett Avenue. He throws a punch, leaving the bar manager, Tony Aversa, with a broken nose. Aversa told NBC7 that a group arrived on Labor Day weekend asking for service, but that they also refused to wear masks. One of the men asked to see a manager, and Aversa says he greeted him. Aversa says he also asked the man to wear a mask, and he refused. Instead, Aversa says the man pushed a female bartender. He says while he and the security guard were trying to protect the female bartender, the man in the white T-shirt moved in and attacked.
It felt like getting hit by a brick. I immediately felt my nose pop out of place.
Aversa says he broke his nose and sinus cavity. He's getting surgery next week and will be out of work as a result. Again, another financial strain on top of losses from the pandemic. Meanwhile, he has filed a police report and says there's a good picture of the guy. Says he wants his attacker arrested so he doesn't do this to anyone else. Coronavirus cases continue to grow at San Diego State. 21 more cases announced today, making it 627 cases in all at the school. Today, we spoke to a parent whose daughter contracted COVID-19 on campus. She says the university needs to do more.
Luckily, she's young and she's healthy, and it looks like she's recovering. So maybe it's not the absolute worst case scenario, but the way it's been handled is the worst case scenario.
SDSU representatives say they are providing testing for students and coordinating with entities before moving students from quarantine to isolation. The school currently has 55 on-campus residents in isolation. Now to the daily numbers. County's daily positivity rate 4% today. That came from 208 new cases out of more than 5,900 tests performed. Last check 6 days ago, the county was averaging 6.9 cases per 100,000 people. Tomorrow, we will get an update on the new number, which could determine if the county stays the same or moves up to a more restrictive purple tier. No new deaths were reported today. The death toll remains at 734. That's just San Diego County.
One person who can help us.
Some public schools in San Diego are dropping a controversial online learning program called Aselus after some parents say they found offensive content in the curriculum. The La Mesa Spring Valley District says they used Aselus for 2 years for its homeschool program with no complaints. They say it was about to expand the program until they heard about concerns from other states. In some videos, it shows a woman teaching phonics by pulling out a toy gun to sound the letter G. In a September 1st post on Aselus' Facebook page, the owner of the company said the attacks are not true. Well, certainly you may notice the smoke and haze across San Diego County. It turns out it has nothing to do with the Valley Fire, but with all of the fires burning to the north of us. That's according to the Pollution Control District here. Right now, the air is unhealthy for sensitive groups and will remain that way for days. When the smoke and haze clear, it will be replaced by a short spell of hot weather, but also a cooling trend in the offing. Here's Dagmar with your forecast.
For your Tuesday, you are looking at temperatures that will be a little bit warmer now. It's a mild warm up to the beginning of the work week, but after that, we actually have a nice cool down. So for your Tuesday, you are looking at temperatures right around that low 80 mark along the beaches, inland valleys. You're going to temporarily creep back up into that low 90 range. Mountains, this time you're looking at about the mid to the upper 80s, and the deserts, you're back to that 106, 7, and 8 mark. So it's a 2 to 3 degree, maybe 4 degree warm up here and there across most of the zones, with the inland valleys feeling it most. But as I mentioned, after that, a nice cool down. So today is still another warm up. It's going to be feeling better, though, as we head through the work week.
NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe. We know how.
We need a new AC.
I don't think we can afford one.
Well, I wish we knew how.
Did someone say how?
For a quality American-made air conditioner?
You know who to call.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. We know how.
Well, it's no secret that people are stressed out juggling all this stuff during the pandemic, and as a result, dentists say they are seeing a big increase in patients with teeth fractures and grinding issues. Local dentists we spoke to say clenching and grinding can cause major posture problems too. So when can we prevent it? How can we manage stress levels and, if necessary, use a night guard?
I'm seeing it more and more, oddly enough, yes, absolutely, where patients are coming in pain.
People are home, people are snacking more, people are more stressed.
Some other signs you might be clenching or grinding your teeth are gum recession and sensitivity to cold and hot temperatures. Well, the Help Wanted sign is up at Amazon. The company says business is booming and they need to hire another 100,000 workers. Amazon says the jobs are not related to its annual holiday hiring either. The virtual job fair will be held Wednesday. The company says the new hires will help pack and ship and sort orders, working in part-time and full-time capacities. Amazon says it's an opportunity for workers who have been laid off to match their skill set in a new gig. It's going to do it for our nightly check-in. I'm Mark Mullen. Be safe. Have a good night.